So, here we are then, the last beginner's guide. This last episode is all about champion points, what they are and how to use them. The champion point system kicks in when you hit level 50. You stop progression at 50 and then enter the champion point level system. You won't become level 51, but instead champion level 1 onward. Now there is a cap on champion point level and it's 3,600, meaning you can't progress past champion level 3,600. Now upon surpassing level 50, you'll notice a new tab has opened on your menu screen. It says Champion. So let's dive into it. You will now be presented with this beautiful looking screen. These are the 3 constellations that your champion points are housed in. The best way to describe this is to think of each of these 3 constellations as big trees, skill trees if you like. They contain actives and passives for you to spend your champion points on, just like how your skill points were being spent whilst levelling from 1 to 50. I get ahead of myself. Starting from left to right, you have the green constellation, also known as Craft. This constellation will have actives and passives that assist with all passive activities within the Elder Scrolls Online. For example, crafting, fishing, thievery, housing, and so on. Then you have the blue constellation, known as Warfare. This constellation has a variety of actives and passives that relate to doing damage or healing. And lastly, red, known as Fitness. This constellation holds actives and passives that relate to defense and sustainability. So let's check out Craft in more detail. This may look very confusing, but trust me, it's a lot easier to understand than you think. As I said earlier, think of these constellations as trees with branches. In order to get to the end of a branch, you need to start closest to the trunk and work your way out. It's the same with these actives and passives. If I want a particular active champion point, then I need to work my way out toward it, starting from the bottom. Now all of these stars are actives and passives. They require a set amount of champion points to be purchased. Let's look at Steadfast Enchantment. It's a great example of a passive. As it clearly states, my weapon enchantment has a 10% chance to not consume a charge when activated in battle. But that's 10% per stage. There are 5 stages for this particular passive. Stages for other passives might vary. So with every 10 champion points I spend in this passive, I get another 10% chance to not consume a charge. I've maxed out this passive, so I now have a 50% chance to not consume an enchantment charge. Make sense? Well, let's look at another passive. Breakful. As you can see, this is currently one I'm working on. Nice and simple, reduce full damage by 7% per stage. I've only spent 26 points in this so far, so therefore I only have a 14% reduction to full damage. The more points I spend to a maximum of 50, the less full damage I take. Now let's look at actives. Let's look at Friends in Low Places as an example. It will remove 1,000 gold from your bounty once per day when committing a crime where bounty is added. Now ignoring what the actual champion point does, if we look above the title, it says add to champion bar to activate. Just like with skill point actives that needed to be assigned to our ability bar. The difference with champion points is that you can only slot 4 per constellation, so choose wisely. The bar at the top of the screen, which is divided into 4 green circles, 4 blue circles, and then 4 red circles, are the 4 active champion points per constellation. That is your champion point ability bar, if you like. Remember, only actives need to be assigned to the bar. Passives work the exact same way as skill point passives. Once purchased, they are always and forever active until you refund the points. Now with this green constellation, there are so many choices to choose between. It all depends on what you personally like to get up to in ESO, whether that be crafting, fishing, pickpocketing, stealing. There will be a champion point for you, so take your time and choose what you enjoy doing the most. Now, as we head into warfare, I need you to remember one important detail. This blue constellation and also the red fitness constellation work the exact same way as the green does. So, if you're happy and confident with the green constellation, then you can easily crack on with the blue and red. The warfare blue constellation is all about doing damage or healing. Healing is off to the left, whereas damage is off to the right. The middle stars may contain passives or actives that both a healer and a damage dealer could use. Unique to the blue and red constellations are these purple looking stars. They are points within points. It's super easy. So this purple star in particular is called Staving Death. Within it sits the following points: Quick Recovery, Hardy, Elemental Aegis, Preparation, Resilience, and Ironclad. And as we go into it, these stars will make themselves known. Within the two blue and red constellations, you'll find a few of these purple stars. Investigate them, see what points they contain. Once again, when you have chosen your 4 active champion points, then you can assign them to your bar. The red fitness constellation is all about defense and survivability, keeping you alive and your resources plentiful. And guess what? It works the exact same as the blue constellation. So take your time, have a good look through, and see what this constellation can offer you. And that marks the end of this beginner's guide, all about champion points. It also marks the end of this series. That was 8 episodes, all about something different in ESO, designed for brand new players who have never played this game before. I really do hope that at least one person has found use in these. I really loved making them, and I'm so happy to share my knowledge and 7-year experience on ESO with others. I also want to thank everyone who has watched these guides, who has liked these guides, and have subscribed because of these guides. My channel has grown massively since episode 1, and I'm eternally grateful. Although this project has finished, if anyone at any point has questions or doesn't know how to do a particular thing in ESO, then let me know. I'm more than happy to make more, shorter episodes on things people don't understand. I'm also happy to revisit things too. Keep an eye on the channel because I have some brilliant dungeon run videos coming soon. If you don't want to miss them and you have enjoyed everything so far, then make sure to like and subscribe. Once again, thank you for all the love and support. Take care.